Hello, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Charles.
We've visited some of the activity-based groups that run at St Paul's and met the people that run them in the rain and in the sun. So, Sandra, you've just returned off a walk with the ladies' walking group.
Yes, we have. We've had a lovely, about 2-hour walk today in the sunshine. We've got the sun. It's been gorgeous.
Well, exactly. You've picked a good day.
We certainly have.
Yeah. So tell me a bit about the walking group and how you came up with that idea.
Well, I suppose I like walking and I like talking to my friends, to be honest. And I was aware there was a men's walking group, but not a ladies' walking group. So when I had a bit more time, I thought, well, why don't we start a ladies' walking group? So I guess I picked something I enjoy, which is walking. I asked a couple of other people if they thought they might join if I set it up, and I got an enthusiastic yes. And then we went from there, really.
Excellent. And how often do you meet?
We walk once a month, but we walk twice. So I've figured out that some people find it easier midweek, other people find it much easier at the weekend. So we just do the same walk twice, once in a midweek and once at the weekend, and do that about once a month.
And how far do you go?
Typically about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Right.
That's far enough for us.
Okay. So how does somebody get involved?
Just contact me. I'm Sandra at StPaul's.org. There's regular messages in the weekly bulletin of when we're doing our next walk. And we have a WhatsApp group, so it's all very simple. If you're happy to be added to the WhatsApp group, I'll just send out dates for the next walk and where we're meeting, and then you can just show up and join us.
Excellent. Sounds great. And can you always guarantee the weather? Do you go whatever the weather?
We do go whatever the weather, and sadly it's not always sunny.
Okay, well, you can't have everything. Thanks, Sandra.
Thank you.
Hi, Helen. We're at the midweek pop-in cafe. Tell me a bit about how that started.
Yes, last year after the COVID pandemic started, and we've been doing during that sort of trying to reach out to people who are going to be on their own and often weren't in a home group or in different ways. So once then it opened up though and you could meet inside and do things, I thought, okay, we can make the most of that and use the large hall because it's a nice large area, and be able to sit in socially distanced sixes to be able to share together, share together, just have coffee and cake. And people who particularly haven't been able to get out and see each other, but it's open for anybody.
So anybody at all can come? Do you have to book?
No, you don't book. You can, yes, you just turn up, and yes, anybody can come at all. Last year, for a while, we had things like when they didn't have the tiny tots group going, we had started up part of them. Some mothers and babies came along as well to that, so we had a little section for them together to get to know each other, and so that was really lovely. It is, yeah.
Do you think it's something that will go on beyond the restriction?
No, I sort of envisage it. For instance, now Tiny Tots has been able to start up itself again on a Thursday, so they don't need to come here. This is a Wednesday morning when Oasis would normally have operated, and it may well be that we get back something, whether we'll do Oasis exactly again, I don't know in the future, but there may be something else that will happen, perhaps more of a Bible study element or something like that. It had been before, and with childcare or something. So I sort of envisage really when the church is fully functioning again, there may not be a need for it as people are involved in other things.
And so just reminds me, Helen, what time and what day?
It's on Wednesdays, and it's from 10:30 till 12. And you can come along at any time. As you can see, when it's nice, we can be out in the courtyard as well, which is
lovely. And the cake does look very good, I have to say.
We do have homemade cakes each week, yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just wanted a few questions. I'm just wondering, what is a group that you look up? Well, it's the men's walking group, which has optional dogs added onto it, but you don't need to have a dog to be able to come walking. We walk round St Albans generally, within the locality, about a 5-mile walk, but most importantly followed by a pub lunch.
Very important indeed. An optional coffee, I presume, from that.
Well, I suppose so, yeah.
And roughly how often do you meet?
About once a month.
Once a month.
So during lockdown, we obviously had to sort of limit the size of the groups, but looking forward, it will be probably have a couple of different dates as a choice, but then it could be 10, 12 of us going out for a walk here in the morning, during the week, and then, as I say, for the lunch afterwards. Yeah, the local
Public choice. The question is how does someone get involved?
Say, if they contact me, send me an email or give me a call, and then we can get them signed up to WhatsApp group, and then generally we just communicate details via WhatsApp.
So, thank you.
And this is Bertie, who is my optional dog.
This is just a small sample of the groups that run. There's also a strolling group, a gardening group, a book group amongst others, and I'm thinking of setting up a litter picking group.
If you're interested in getting involved in any of these groups, or have any questions, or even perhaps think you might like to set up a group yourself, please get in touch with Rachel, myself, or the office.